So my name is Lucy Minton. I'm founder and COO of Kitt. We are a managed office business who helps businesses find, design and manage their office space. I actually have kind of an addictive personality, and I think that's really not what people would expect when they meet me or work with me. And it just means that I get really addicted to like really bad TV and stuff like that. So I have to essentially stop myself. I have to be so like intentional with what I watch and what I don't watch, because I know once I've started, there's no going back. I started Kitt with my co-founder coming up to around about 4 years ago now. So really it wasn't a journey to a COO, it was with two founders, and we had to make sense of our relationship somehow, and it made a lot of sense for him to be CEO because he was much more experienced with kind of external fundraising and things like that, and me to be COO because I was generally doing a lot more of the internal planning of the business. We worked together in a previous company, and I would say my journey so far has been probably the least generic COO journey that there ever has been. We've kind of broadly split roles, him more commercial and me more operational and delivery, but the reality of starting a business is you do everything and anything that needs to be done to make the business successful. Pretty much everyone I've met seems to have a different version of what a COO is, and I think that's kind of the beauty of a CEO in some ways. It's whatever the business needs at that time, or whatever this business needs versus whatever that business needs. And I think the very nature of a COO needs to be super adaptable and have kind of the ability to really cut through the noise and make themselves valuable to the business by working out what the most important things are to be spending their time on. I think it's just growth, really. I think we also, as a business, we're in the business of helping businesses find and create amazing offices. So we've had a bit of a tough time with COVID and that kind of thing. Coming out the other side of COVID, I think there's a really amazing opportunity for us to sort of define the world of work. But I think throughout that whole journey, you've gone from really early startup, things going quite well, and trying to figure out how to help the business grow, to right, we're in COVID, you're not allowed to go into offices, and obviously that wasn't a good thing for our business. 2 years of in and out of lockdown, uncertainty on our market and our business model, fundraising in that time, and then coming out the other side and actually being a really amazing opportunity for us. I think like the pure challenge of adapting to all those different environments has been really hard. Kind of brutally speaking, is a much less defined role than a CEO or a CTO or lots of others on the C-suite. So you need to be resilient in whatever's thrown at you, adaptable for the same kind of reason. And I think the other one that's really important is, ultimately your job as COO when you're a slightly further down the line company is making the business function really, really, really well, and the people in the organisation be high performing. And I think to do that, you need to be able to be inspirational, but also, really connect with people, and be that kind of bridge between the people and the kind of longer term vision. So yeah, I'd say to be a really good COO that really kind of drives businesses forward, it would be a combination of those things. Put yourself where the business needs you to be and add value, and don't get caught up in what's not your role, what is your role. I think if you have the ability to really see through all of that and just think, how do we make this business successful? I'm going to take ownership of making this happen. The path will be there for you because, doors will open up. And I think that is really the COO the COO role really shines when it really understands what the business needs to drive it forward. And I think if you're moving up the path, and I mean, COOs come from all different teams, it would be just like that relentless focus on putting the business kind of before yourself and putting yourself in a situation where you can help the business.